Monday morning.
April Fools.
Hello. So we took a break for a few weeks because we have some crazy cool changes for us at P2PB, and that's kind of what we want to talk to you about this morning.
We do, don't we?
Yeah. So
I'm just here for the ride, Diana. I don't know.
P2PB, we moved offices because, well, this opportunity kind of showed up in our lives, and
Well, let's
you
get
know,
some. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's get some energy here. Moving
yes,
is boring.
moving
How
is
much-
boring. It's super hard.
Right, and it's so boring. Does anyone of our 5 viewers out there in the world care about that we moved? Probably not.
I do.
We love it, right? We love it. But the point of the move was multifaceted, right?
Right.
The move had to do with evolving our business from infancy through its teenage years, and now we're kind of into our business years, right? It's
Yes.
like going from a bank where the guy on the street is handing money out and doing loans in the corner to suddenly we're a real bank. Or in this case,
Exactly.
we're a real brokerage in that we own our space, we own the real estate that we work from, which is unusual.
But let's just go back. So we had a beautiful office space on Pacific Coast Highway for about 8 years, and about 3 years ago we created a team of agents, and then we renovated the office. We spent a fortune on the renovation. We created desk space for agents to come into work. But eventually we kind of realized that agents usually, I would say 90% of the time, they kind of feel comfortable working from their house, from
Right, we
their
have an expression.
home office.
We have an expression which is if you, I would. And if you, I would translates to from an agent to a broker. If you had, if you did, if you offered me, I would X.
Right.
So for example, if you offered me beautiful desk space, I would come in every day and work. If you offered me a lead system or a phone system, I would come in. So we've done all that. We've spent probably in the last few years $50,000 on things for agents that
If
we
not
would do,
more.
if not more,
Yeah.
that they didn't do. And why are we? This isn't negative. It's just the reality of
This
the modern brokerage.
yeah, I think it's just reality of how this business and the industry kind of set up, and what's the trend, and how people actually feel comfortable working here.
Right.
We are our own CEOs, and we're running our own businesses. And I mean, for us,
Well,
we never.
wait. That's the big. I'm sorry to interrupt you because I like to interrupt you.
Yes.
Let's talk about the idea that we are individual CEOs of our own business in real estate, right?
Yes.
And we all forget that. We all somehow get caught up in day to day, not realizing we're running a business, right? This is
Right.
a business, and it's just like running any other business, whether you're Apple or you're a restaurant on the corner or a coffee shop. It's a business, and you
Correct.
need to own all facets of your business.
Right. So that's exactly what it is. And I
Right.
think, well, now I lost my train of thought.
Oh, that's
So
my fault.
agents. So what we realized over the years is that, it used to be that all the brokerages, big brokerages, they have huge facilities. And to me, it was the most depressing thing to kind of walk into a big office and nobody's actually there besides the assistant or the receptionist. Because I think in this business, people do work on their own pace, on their own timeline, and most of them, they actually work out of their home office. So, and I think the office, what the brokerage should create for agents, and I think this is what the key here, and I think this is where the trend goes, is, and it's kind of makes me feel like the European way of living, is a networking hub where you can come in, you have access to the
Absolutely.
brokers, and in case Blake and Diana, because we're not working out of our home, we're working out of our office, but we do have meetings, we do have get-togethers, and we do have training. And for us, the training is really one-on-one, and the office function is really kind of a hub, kind of a networking hub. It's not
Right.
for somebody to work here 8 hours a day.
Well, first off, we've talked about this
yes.
before. No, you're 100%
Uh-huh.
right. But the idea that of an agent coming into their office and working 8 hours, it doesn't happen.
It doesn't,
It's
yeah.
looking on Amazon. It's looking on Wikipedia. It's all this other stuff, and maybe an hour of it is real estate.
Yeah.
We want people to come to the office for the hour. As most
Exactly.
brokerages, when you're going to work, work.
And for us, the way how we live our lives, we not working, as I said, from our home. We have an office space and, obviously run around showing properties, but agents can find us always in the office. And for us, it just kind of, this is how we are.
Well,
it's a
we're
great
the
meeting
managers
point.
of our own brokerage. And we have people who work with us, not for us, as agents. And they're the managers and owners of their own businesses.
Exactly.
And if they want office space, there's WeWork, which is the best place in the world.
Yes, so that's what I'm kind of getting into it. Is that, so the reason why we did this change, well, the opportunity obviously showed up in our lives and we thought about it for, believe it or not, for a few weeks. And usually for me, that's a long time. I usually make up my mind in 2 seconds.
I'm doing it today.
So it came on our radar, and it's across from our old office. Believe it or not, west of PCH, a whole different world, closer to the ocean.
It's amazing what 200 feet can do, right?
Closer to the ocean. You have the ocean air, and it's in a creative office building. It's a smaller space. We have 2-3 desks available for our agents to come into work. And it's a lovely, beautiful environment. And actually, we love coming here every day. And what I'm trying to get to, and this is kind of the trend, and this is kind of what kind of made us really decided, okay, let's just do this. Because the trend is WeWork. The trend is we are social human beings, and I think people do need to be around other professionals. And I think I love the idea of being your own CEO. And I think WeWork is the most amazing example that they created a social hub, a networking hub, where different professionals, individuals, work, in a small office space, because they have super tiny office cubicles, but then they have a kind of a larger area for kind of lounging and sharing ideas, sharing lunches and meetings.
What we always loved, by the way, about WeWork, and still love about WeWork, is in WeWork, you have, I don't know, 100 kinds of different businesses. You have
so it's a social hub of different professionals.
Right, but it's not just real estate. When you come to your real estate office, you're with other realtors. The odds of the other realtors using you for business is zero.
Exactly. Right. And for other agents to come into a halting big brokerage where you have nobody there, and the broker is not even there, because who knows where the broker is. You can't even ask really questions. It just, to me, it's not working. It's not functional. So again, WeWork, the great thing about WeWork is that you really, if you want to work not out of your home and you want to be in a creative office space, and we have an account, it's accessible to our agents to work out of WeWork full time, is that you actually pick up clients and you can share, you can network, you can reach out to people who are professionals, but they're not in the business.
But the whole key here is agents don't, when I say agents, that's the 100% of the pie. 20% do, 80% don't. If you're part of the 20, you're already networking and doing stuff.
Exactly.
If you're part of the 80, you need to be networking and doing stuff where you connect with other people. And that's the social part you're talking about, right?
Yeah, because this business, at the end of the day, it is social.
Right.
And it is creating your own connections.
Right.
And I think new agents, they do need to understand that this business is not about, obviously, the homes. We do sell the homes, but it's about creating lasting relationships and trusting people.
Right.
So for us, being part of the WeWork environment, it's fantastic, and
it's the best way we can solve the if you I would. Right?
Yeah, if you really need to work out of an office for a long time, that's a perfect way to go. But so going back to our move, and I think why also what I want to kind of mention here is that this is real estate, or any sort of kind of sales, or even just kind of a mom and pop shop or family businesses. I think the end of the day, once you start your own business and you realize that this is what you want to do, and this is kind of, is going to be for the long haul, and everything takes time. You need to be patient in life, and I think that's the key to anything.
Right.
But once you kind of realize that this is it, I think ultimately the goal is ownership. It's not just home ownership, which we preach nonstop. It's also business ownership, and to owning your own business, physical property, whether it's a store or a
It's private
restaurant,
ownership, right?
or a coffee shop, or a creative office space. And I think this is the trend absolutely in the last few years. The creation of creative office spaces is the key to a long-term success.
Right.
And so definitely when this opportunity came on the radar, we really jumped on it because
How much negativity have we gotten about our move from people? A lot.
well, I think because I think
Why would
first
you
of all the
move? You had an
negative
amazing location.
Yes,
Why would
but,
you move? People saw it.
But at the end of the day,
80,000 people
I don't
a day
want
saw
to
you.
be a renter, and I hate being a renter. And especially in this crazy marketplace when the market is on fire and
Right.
everything goes up, eventually every lease is gonna be higher and higher and higher, and I don't want that. I honestly, I can't take
Right.
the stress of it, or I can't take the stress that the landlord sells the building to somebody else and they're gonna evict everybody because they're
Or
gonna
the rent
renovate the
goes up,
building.
lease goes up by 50%.
Exactly.
Crazy.
So ultimately, it's not just for us; it's for also to others to kind of follow.
Right.
That if you are your own kind of entity and your own business, I think there's nothing better than to own
Okay,
your
so
business
let's cut that piece of
property
pie
as well. Mhm.
which is we talked about it a moment ago. We all as agents lose sight that we are individual.
Exactly.
We own our own entities. Unless you're working for Redfin or Purple Bricks or one of the other funky brokerages,
Mm-hmm.
you are independent. You own your own destiny.
Absolutely.
And so today's talk is about being creative, right?
Yes.
But wait, we believe that when you walk into our space will resonate with a certain kind of person.
Yes.
They walk in our door, whether they're our client or one of our agents' clients, and they're going to say to themselves, wow, this feels like me. I feel safe here. Our job as agents is to
Exactly. To
Right.
create an environment where you can pop
a
in.
safe place.
You
right?
have
We're trying to create a safe
Yeah,
place.
it's not safe. It's a creative space when it has
No,
a
but
good
your clients
vibe.
need to feel good.
Super positive vibe, very
Right.
creative, very modern for us. We love mid-century modern. We love art. It's more like an art gallery. So actually we're doing a video as well. So you guys please follow us and check it out. And it's a happy place because I think this is what agents need to kind of come in, have a quick chat, have questions. We are here. We are accessible.
Right.
And don't forget, which is I think also a key point to this, which we need to talk about, is the industry is definitely went through a lot of change in the last few years, and it's in the changes, especially
Well,
Compass coming in and changing the whole landscape.
Absolutely. Let's
But
talk-
the fees
Right.
are also agents are super sensitive for brokerage fees, and obviously you should be, because it's not owned by Coldwell Banker, Remax, and Century 21. It's owned by many other independent brokerages, small brokerages, local brokerages.
Right.
And obviously as a new agent or an existing agent, you have different choices. You need to shop around and see the fees. So for us, being hyper local, being entrenched in the community, we have absolutely very competitive fees, and we can only afford this if you don't have a big facility to keep up for agents.
You're right. So let's talk about that for a moment. If the brokerage you belong to doesn't own the building, and some around here do, they have a huge nut they need to pay.
Exactly.
How do they pay it? The only way they pay that monthly lease
Exactly.
is through commissions.
Exactly,
Or
because they
ancillary
have to.
services like title or loans or something like that.
Yes.
But there's one brokerage that leased space recently, and that space has to be, I don't know, $35,000 a month, and they're not generating that much business these days.
Exactly. So that's why I think it's also important for us,
Right.
being a small brokerage, is that our fees are super competitive, and we definitely can
Right.
only do this because we don't have a big facility to keep up. We don't demand agents to pay a desk fee. We have several options, and we are very competitive. And I think we should be, because at the end of the day, money is the key. And I think agents.
Well, money in the agent's pocket,
Yes.
and money in our pocket.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
We all need to try in this economy, and in an economy where people, and when I say people, I mean agents, are reducing the amount of money they're willing to pay their brokerage. Something has to give.
Exactly.
Right.
And because, yes, there are obviously many agencies to choose from, but the broker is not providing leads, is not
Right.
providing the actual client to the individual agent. You need to seek your own client base. So
But wait a minute,
on
if
top
you
of it,
provided me leads, I would come here every day.
no, I do provide leads, but
Right.
it's not as much.
Okay.
And I think, but at the end of the day, no other brokerage, you
Right.
know that, is not providing leads.
Well, quality leads. And if they
Quality
do, they're
leads,
taking
exactly.
the splits 65, 35, 35 to the agent.
Exactly.
So if you're getting a quality lead, someone is paying for it, right?
Right. So by not having a huge facility, or fees are definitely can be more competitive, and I
Right.
think it's also very important. And
So I want to switch gears for a quick, not gears, but we're going to slow down for a second.
okay,
So for years, and it's been happening for probably the last 5 years,
Uh-huh.
there's been a pretty dramatic shift from people feeling like they belong to a brokerage to being what we keep saying, CEO of your own business.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly there's a shift. And that shift is Compass.
Okay.
Compass is pulling all the stops out. So the top agents are saying, I am at Compass and Compass makes me better. Do you know why that's happening? What is the dollar sign? I mean, what is the reason that's happening, do you think?
I don't know.
Come on, you have to know. You don't know?
No, I don't understand the question.
Oh, the question is, well, Compass as a company is cash rich right now.
Right.
So they are paying agents to come join them.
Well, because they're gonna go public.
Well, there's this
That's the
incentive,
only-
their hope, right?
Yeah.
So I'm putting this on the record. If Compass wants peer-to-peer to be with them, our price is $1 million. Right? So they pay agents a large amount of money to come join them. If an
Yes.
agent is smart, they're getting a 6-figure bonus to join the company.
Yeah.
And part of that means they're gonna start touting the advantage of the company.
Mm-hmm.
The downside to that is you're diluting your individual brand as an agent. If Compass were to go away or were to change to a different name or were to be bought, all this branding you've done for that business stops. So
Oh
that's
yes, I see what
so my
you're
whole
saying.
point,
Absolutely, yeah.
I hope people listening see what I'm saying. But the whole point is, you are the brand. It's
Exactly.
you. We're here to support you. When I say here, the brokerage.
No, I do
We're here to
understand.
help make you better.
So
We're here-
here is the big trick to this. Yes, because at the end of the day, still, agents are independent contractor. Your name,
Right.
your face, your voice is the brand and is the key to this business, no matter
Right.
what happens where,
Right.
right? So you're right. I haven't thought of that aspect of it.
Right.
That Compass is forcing all the agents, even though they paid a huge incentive to join them.
Remember, $1 million.
Yeah, well, it's in the hundreds of thousands, 6-figure, most of the
I'm
top
just saying
agents.
what I think we would take.
But you're right. They forcing those agents to actually make the brand and promote the brand. And at the end of the
Right.
day, in 5 years, Compass might not even exist, or who knows
Different
where it's
name,
going to be.
Who knows?
And
Right.
then all this effort, all this energy, all this money, all this, it's. Why would you? Yeah, why would you
dilute who you are.
dilute who you are? Because at the end of the day, it's all about you, and the broker is there to support you, to guide you, to give you legal advice, and make sure that you are you are in a safe
Right.
place
So-
and you're doing this business safely.
Right.
That's all it is. And on top of it, maybe social, entertaining, cultural, feel.
So 15 years in the business.
Yes.
Do we hear peer-to-peer or do we hear Blake and Diana? What do we hear most? People know us as Blake and Diana
Exactly.
and maybe peer-to-peer.
But maybe peer-to-peer brokers as
But
well.
we work really hard to make sure, because the brokerage is behind us, even though we
Yes.
own it, we're peer-to-peer.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the end of the day, that's true. And because we are so hyper local into this tiny bubble of the South Bay, and which we love and adore our community. We
Right.
love living here. We love raising kids here. We obviously now owning our office space as well as homes and income properties and all these things. I think that's the ultimate key to
Right.
most successful real estate agent in the industry, because
Well, it's confidence, right?
Yes.
So I don't mean to pick on Compass. Compass is giving many agents a little jolt of confidence, because they're saying you're part of this club that's the super cool kid club.
right,
agents
but
they're
all the
attracting-
money they actually
But wait a
think
minute,
about
the
it at the
agents
end
they're
of the
attracting are the assholes of the industry.
Well, don't
Did I
say
say? Oh, no. So let me redact that. No, it's
Very
true.
arrogant,
They're
yeah.
attracting a
the
certain
most
kind of
arrogant
agent.
agents, but the money, I think, then that
But
they
the good
think about
agents
it, they're
making
giving the
money.
money to sign up with them.
Right,
And
and they're buying
yes,
your part of your branding. They're
Yeah.
requiring you to do that.
It's a very, very dangerous,
Right.
very dangerous way to go.
Right.
So, okay. So anyway, so let's close this topic. This week, that's all we're gonna talk about. We're making a movie. We're doing photos. We let everybody know that we moved, and this we are super excited and proud.
Right.
And I think we have you're right, the confidence. And next week we're gonna talk about some really great other. Lead generation ideas. I think I have a bunch of topics in my mind. So,
Great.
yes, so please follow us, comment, stop by, say hello. We are welcome, everyone. And we are at 727 2nd Street, Suite 101 in Hermosa Beach, west of PCH, 2 blocks from the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
And yes, so have a great April Fool's Monday. My son already fooled us with a 2 space-filled Oreo cookie.
Let's just say it doesn't taste good when you get a toothpaste-filled Oreo cookie.
Yeah. I know, it's so funny. But anyway, April Fool's.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Bye, everyone, and have a great Monday.
And productive and powerful, and don't forget,
Yes.
be your own CEO.
And hope to see you soon. Come by. Bye.